So today I just want to share my current K969 setup. So right now I'm using this Fujimi RX7 body. It is at 102 mm wheelbase, so I didn't have to do anything on the wheel wells. It sits pretty fit, sits perfectly at the 102 mm wheelbase, and I'm using magnets to mount it to the K969 chassis. So this is a 1/24 scale model kit that I built. It's also on my channel and painted. Alright, I hope you'll check it out too. Now let's go to the chassis. So right here, this white, what do you call it, linkages or arm, okay, these two, and then four at the back. It's from a kit I bought from Indonesia. Reason being is that it already has the holes for the monoshock setup up front and at the rear, but I'm not using it at the rear. I just have the stock shock setup at the rear. And then with this one, aside from the monoshock setup, this also gives me camber. So I'm not so sure if you guys can see it, but there you go. There's the camber because of that linkage. Alright, and then I scratch built this steering linkage up front, this one below the servo arm or extension. So this is just a scratch build from a plastic card, and since it is shorter than the stock one, this actually gives me toe out, okay, which is what we need for drifting. And basically I am on a rear-wheel drive setup, okay, and this is my maximum steering angle, right? That is my Ackerman. Left and then right, okay, and then zero toe, zero camber at the rear. So basically just the stock setup at the rear. And then since most of the electronics are on the right side, I added some weights on the left side. Also made sure the receiver and ESC are on the left side. So weights, and then a couple of nuts here just to add more weights. Okay, then of course, as you can see, I was able to install a driver, and I didn't have to cut his legs. And as you can see, there's his left foot there, and then his right hidden. Okay. Now about the electronics. So this is a generic 30A ESC. Okay, so there's a red one and there's a blue one, and this is the blue one. And then Dumbo RC G01 gyro. That's all you'll ever need. You can buy the more fancy one or fancier ones, but this one works as it should, at least for me. Okay, and then what else? Servo arm. So I just added an extension for maximum steering angle. Okay, what else? So I'm just basically using the stock motor, stock servo as well. And then the receivers for my GT3B TX or transmitter, and then stock gearing. No fancy gearing there. Alright, that is my setup, guys. So it's pretty basic. I just modified, installed, upgraded what needs to be upgraded for this to run as a rear wheel drive RC drift car.